Now, a Target 12 consumer investigation, rooftop risks.
Solar panels are popping up on homes and buildings everywhere, but firefighters tell us these panels can make their job much more difficult in an emergency.
Target 12 consumer investigator Susan Campbell uncovers what you need to know before you install solar panels on your home.
The weight of residential solar panels is equivalent to an extra layer of shingles. That may not sound like much, but firefighters say the extra weight could make your roof collapse much faster in a fire. And that's just one of the concerns first responders have about solar panels.
I always make sure that I turn off the power.
Vito Bonamano has solar panels at his home, and he sells them for a living.
And they are becoming more and more popular. You will see more of these as time goes on.
Firefighters have noticed the trend already.
I drove around the town the other day, and there's quite a few in the town of West Warwick.
Lieutenant Paul McAllister tells us solar panels are changing the way firefighters battle flames.
It's all new to us,
Because the panels add weight and could cause a roof to collapse faster, McAllister says firefighters may be forced to go on defense on the outside of the building instead of attacking the fire from the inside. Another challenge.
They limit our access to do vertical ventilation, and when we do vertical ventilation, it's to reduce the fire and smoke spread throughout the building or a structure.
So that could seriously impact the time it would take to put out a fire.
Of course.
McAllister says first responders also risk electrocution.
If we were to throw a ladder to the roof and the ladder would puncture the solar panels, that could cause an electrocution to the members who were putting the ladders on the roof.
But we've learned there are several safety measures. By law, solar panel shutoffs have to be clearly marked. And before any solar panels are installed, a structural engineer has to evaluate the structural integrity of the building.
But I can honestly say to a firefighter, as long as they turn off the power when they arrive at the scene, it's very safe. Extremely safe.
We checked with the Department of Energy, and the data backs up that claim. We found there have been no documented deaths caused by electrical shock, chemical burn, or fire caused by a solar panel.
And we're going to keep it that way, I hope. That's why we dream.
In the past couple months, the Rhode Island Department of Energy has hosted 2 solar safety training sessions for first responders. Coming up new at 6, the laws in other states that promote solar safety. With the Target 12 investigator, Susan Campbell, Eyewitness News.
New details in a Target 12 consumer investigation, rooftop risks. As solar panels become more popular on homes and businesses, firefighters are sounding the alarm about their safety. New at 6, we've learned some in the solar industry believe there should be more regulations in Rhode Island. Target 12 consumer investigator Susan Campbell joins us now with the details.
I spoke with several solar energy industry experts. They say every single solar panel installation is carefully engineered. If firefighters show up to the scene of a fire and they see solar panels, they say they have to worry about electrocution, roof collapses, even the threat of buildings burning faster because there's no way to ventilate them.
It's all new to us, just so by education and training, we're going to prepare ourselves, and hopefully when we come across an incident with a solar panel, we'll be prepared for it.
According to the Solar Energy Industries Association, many building codes now include provisions intended to address firefighter safety, such as minimum setback areas to provide space on the roof for walking around solar products.
Solar is relatively new to Rhode Island. I think once again in time they will eventually, I think the whole country will go that way, adopt the California code.
Vito Bonamano owns Northeast Solar and Wind Power. He tells us California's code has installation guides, including mandatory setbacks like this for solar panels on roofs.
You don't go all the way to the ridge. 3 feet from the ridge and 3 feet from either end, so that the firemen have a path to get up onto the roof and possibly straddle the roof to vent the roof. I would like to see Rhode Island adopt that law, but I'm sure they will in time.
In Rhode Island, there are regulations in place to make sure solar systems are installed properly. And before any solar panels are installed, a structural engineer has to sign off on the plan.
Rhode Island has sufficient regulations in place to ensure that whoever comes to your home or your business is competent.
We checked and learned the Department of Labor and Training has issued 34 renewable energy professional certificates since the green energy law went into effect in 2015. According to data from the U.S. Department of Energy, there have been no documented deaths caused by electric shock, chemical burn, or fire caused by a solar panel. With the Target 12 investigator, Susan Campbell, Eyewitness News.